I am not a numbers girl, and I was completely overwhelmed by the idea of going into my Xero file and not knowing what was going on money-wise with my business. And I just wanted a simple way to understand it for peace of mind.
I guess one of the biggest challenges I've found with our business predominantly being e-commerce is that as soon as money comes in, it goes straight back out to invest in inventory and other expenses that are involved in having a product-based business. So cash flow is always a significant issue. So I thought this was a good opportunity to get some knowledge and understanding from the professionals in the business, in the industry, and get a better understanding of what we need to do.
Ideally, Scott enrolled me in this course as he wanted to bring into my role the ability to review his profit and loss statement, finding coding errors, look for opportunities to reduce costs, such as bills or charges that aren't right, and then do a cash flow forecast around what he can afford to pay out on.
As a new business owner, I had the business up and running for approximately 12 months. So I think I had a pretty good handle on most of the business metrics, but there was always the nagging feeling in the back of my mind that I wasn't quite sure on some of the accounting fundamentals of using Xero in our business. However, I felt that we weren't fully utilising it. So when I came across the course, it sounded like it was going to meet those two objectives for me.
I think that's probably the feature that I liked the most about the training, was that when I do reporting, it's always now 100% accurate, and I know that I've done the work that needs to be done leading up to those reporting times to make sure that information is good to go. So I really loved the weekly accountability. It actually made me do my accounting tasks for my business, which we all know is probably something that we put aside or put into the too hard basket sometimes. So having that weekly accountability was really great for me. It also gave me direct access to an accountant to ask all those random questions that seem to pop up each week when you do your business accounting. So it was really nice just to have someone there to go, hey, what about XYZ, and have a really great answer that come back straight away so I could implement that right then and there.
The specific results and features that I really enjoyed and found with this training were definitely the templates and the best practice that I found really useful putting in and implementing with staff, and in also my policies and procedures for the business.
I basically went from having no idea about how Xero worked, or how to read a profit and loss statement, or what a general ledger was, to feeling like I was comfortable with all of those things. And I really kind of got to the point where I understood the financial health of my business. So I could go in and read those reports myself. I could understand what the key financial concepts that I needed to understand were, and I didn't feel like when I went to see my accountant or whoever that they were speaking Japanese to me.
So as a result of buying this training, I basically realised that I wasn't checking financial documents regularly enough, so didn't really have as good understanding of where we were financially on a regular basis, and wasn't keeping up to date. Checking the bank accounts occasionally wasn't enough really, and when you go in and check the financial statements, you really get a better understanding of where your business is positioned financially.
First, I was able to learn about the idea of having a cash flow forecast. I've learned also some accounting concepts, such as the difference between cash accounting and accrual accounting. Last but not the least, I've learned how to look for opportunities to reduce costs or expenses for the business.
To see other people on the same journey, as a new business owner, sometimes it can feel like you're the only person that's going through that journey. So to have other people going through the same things, and was almost like a great networking opportunity as well. So that was certainly a real benefit of the program. As I mentioned, the course layout was fantastic. it really took you on a learning journey. The process sort of started where it needed to, but each week it built on the fundamentals and the techniques we were using, which was really helpful. First and foremost, the biggest benefit by far and away was the insight that it gave me to my own business, my ability to go back and critically look at my numbers and get a better handle on those and how to improve them.
I know what it's like to feel completely overwhelmed with everything, not to understand, and basically just to hide under a doona. And I would really recommend anyone else that's in a similar position with their business to, in terms of gaining clarity and in terms of really kind of understanding the things that are really damn important without all of the kind of, financial Japanese that sometimes comes about when you talk to an accountant. This is definitely the course for you.